Oh. Why? Why?
I'm laughing. Maybe this is only working for me.
Well, I've
last
started the
one.
recording on us laughing now. So
Last one, and this one's very appropriate, I think. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
Oh, I know the answer to this question.
a really bad time.
Frostbite.
Yes.
Why?
And with that,
Yeah.
welcome back.
No, you damn
Indeed.
fire.
And with that, welcome back. We are Vrock'n'Gnoll, apparently telling dad jokes tonight. No D&D play. We're just going to tell dad jokes for 4 hours. No, I'm kidding. We are Vrock'n'Gnoll. This is Shadows of the Arcan, our 15th session.
Hey!
Number 1 5.
Thank you all for joining us. We hope you had
This
fun.
episode is brought to you by that feeling on a sunny day when you're laying in the grass and your skin is touching the grass. And
So glad we got them
crawl onto your
on this
skin,
project.
and they're fire ants, and it burns and it hurts. But there's a cold breeze. Brought to you by a breeze on a summer day.
That was surprisingly wholesome and turned horrifying very quickly. I would
It
expect
resolved.
nothing else of
It
Mikhail.
resolved nicely. The breeze
It's a
came
very
by.
Mikhail sponsorship.
Already in character. Dom is the man.
To my sunny decay.
All right. I don't believe we have any announcements at the moment because, let's be honest, we never have any announcements because we have no idea what's going on. So let's just play some D&D, which is something we're good at.
That's
Fuck.
There it is! We did it! We did it!
In our last
Recording
session,
now.
the party engaged in combat
manifested it.
with the mercenaries inhabiting the old military outpost high in the Deus Heb cracks, you fuckers. Suleiman, Melchizedek's old mentor, managed to free himself and aid in the combat. Although it was a near thing, the battle was won, and the party made their way back down to the town, but not before destroying the entrance of the outpost using mining charges they had purchased, and causing a minor avalanche in the process. On approaching the eastern gate, the party found a group of 30 or so refugees, of mostly elven and half-elven descent, who had camped outside the gates. Eredh, a young half-elven enchanter's apprentice, spoke for the group, revealing to the party that a roving band of ne'er-do-wells called the Butchers roamed the streets of Velitria, harassing the locals. The party promised they would help the refugees gain entrance to the town and find them work once within, before taking their leave. At Dorian's shop, the High Elf met with them, delivering a chest of gold from Lightbringer Ord. Within, they found the remainder of their promised reward and a letter, bidding them come to the dockside warehouse by night, should they wish to know more. We left off with the party gathered in the courtyard of the Stonebright Enchanters, realizing the gravitas of their decisions to come. What would you like to do?
DM, we were paid by Lightbringer Ord, if I recall correctly. Is that right?
Correct. You would recall that he gave you, after some persuasion, half of the gold up front, and he's now delivered the other half of the promised 2,000. You would also remember that you are owed 4,000 by the mayor.
Well, gents, must confess, wasn't sure we would survive a second meeting with that fella. Not only did we survive, we got paid. Maybe we press our luck and go on to the mayor. Collect our earnings there. And divulge our findings.
But what evidence do we have that we destroyed the bandits? There is the book, the journal, that we took from the mage, but are we sure we are ready to part with it?
In the second that we tell him that we freed the Cave of Bandits, he will likely send Ord, and it will be discovered that he cannot enter into it. So this would likely anger him.
You forget, friends. He knocks his knuckles against his chest. I've got all the evidence we need right here.
You would also
Hakkan.
remember
Last stand.
that you haven't met with Lightbringer Ord a second time yet. The chest was delivered by Lightbringer Ord to Dorian to give to you.
Right.
And
Sorry
inside
about
was
that.
a letter saying,
That's right.
please come to the docks tonight if you wish to know more.
Thanks for
But
clarifying, Dan.
more, given the connection between the mayor and the Sanguimancer, I'm not sure that he would approve of our helping ourselves to the treasures we found within the cave.
What are we helping ourselves to? We were surviving. And that's the truth.
Well, I think there's more to be found down there. Remember the amulet and the piece that we need to insert into the statue. I suppose that's not all that we found down there the first time we went.
Well, it doesn't seem like Lightbringer Ord is intent on killing us. If it were, I'm going to waste the time paying us gold. Maybe we'll go see what he wants. We can't go to the mayor first if that's the case, though. The mayor will have questions, I think, which would prevent us from meeting with Lightbringer Ord later on. So,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
what do y'all think we should do? Any votes? I'm curious to hear what Lightbringer Ord has to say.
Have we taken our long rest yet?
No, it's evening now. Eugene, you'd know it's probably around 7:30. The sun has set behind you as you were walking towards, has set in front of you over the Twisted Crags as you headed towards the Stonebright Enchanters.
DM, is there a library in town, or like a place of like record and knowledge aside from perhaps the castle, which the I'm blanking on his name. What is the name of the
mayoral residence?
Mayor, yeah. Aside
Petrov,
from the mayoral
Yankovic.
Petrov, Yankovic. There you go.
You did see a library there. Most of it was not light reading or anything similar. You gathered most of it was documents related to the running of a town. Just roll an investigation check for me. Anyone can, if they want to know if there's a library in town.
Okay.
Did I roll?
You can roll with advantage, Eredh.
19.
Okay. With a 19, you know there's not a house of public record other than the mayoral residence. You know that there isn't a public library, really, either. There is a bookstore in town. It's not particularly well frequented. I don't know if you've ever been there. You would have to tell me that. Do you know it's run by a lady named Hildi?
Did Mikhail say something out loud that he'd like to find, or is this just...
Well, our only two choices, as I see it, is to go to the mayor and ask him questions, or go to Ord and ask him some questions. But perhaps, if the history of Ord is as sanctified as being one of those who fell in the battle to take down the Sanguimancer, that there perchance might be some sort of record of his life somewhere in town, alongside the lives of the other members of the Shields of Hakkan.
You know, old man, that's a fine idea. I think were there to be a record of some sort in that regard, Hildi would have it. We can head over to her place. She runs a bookstore here in town.
Bearded woman.
Alright, I've been there a time or two. And I spend most of my time with Dorian. But when he gets busy, I head over there, just peruse the wares.
What time is it during the day today?
It's evening,
Sorry,
right?
I was muted. DM, I was wondering, did I know there was a bookstore from when I was perusing the town when I first arrived, or is this news to me? I can't.
What'd you roll on investigation?
No, well, I accidentally clicked intelligence, but it would be the same modifier thing. I got 14.
14. You weren't aware of it. Eredh, you would know that this bookstore is pretty well hidden. It's not that, they don't have a big storefront or anything like that. It's sort of tucked away in a back alley.
Bookstore? What the fuck? Let's fucking go! Do they have something I haven't read?
Perhaps, Eugene. I've on occasion found a hidden gem. I wouldn't count on finding anything arcane. If you catch my drift, just ain't that kind of bookstore. But interesting
fiction?
histories. No, just nothing that you would add to your magical repertoire, as it were.
Well, I've learned that there's a lot of things that can benefit you out here. A lot of types of knowledge that are worth pursuing. I'm down to read anything. It's been a while since I read a good book. Let's go.
Let us not forget, it's pretty late. I don't know how much time we have until we got to meet with Ord. DM, how much time do we have? Ord's letter said, or Eugene, keen mind.
He just said, come this evening. He didn't specify a time.
Okay. We can go to the store. Let's not
guys.
forget, we're supposed to meet with Ord this evening if we're going to.
Alright, well, I'm just super excited that there's a fucking bookstore, that's all.
Calm your enthusiasm, Eugene. I doubt you'll have much time to read. But perhaps this trip will inform whether we should go to Ord or whether we should go to the mayor. I am excited at the prospect of understanding more about the tangled web that they have.
That's some smart thinking, Mikhail. Sure, I'll show you where it is. Melchizedek, you coming?
Of course. You noticed he was sort of just lost in thought, contemplating his crossbow.
Your crossbow, actually, I meant to mention. That's a mighty fine songbird you have engraved on it. Do you know that the servitor have the Kiraset have a word for hummingbird? I'm trying to remember what it is, but is that like your favorite animal or something?
I suppose it is. You see him brighten up a little bit. Come on. Where are we going?
I, for one, will stay here. I will wait for this Soldanus you have told me about. And, first things first. And you see Suleiman sort of lays back and puts his feet up on the couch and takes his hood and pulls it up over his eyes. Tell Soldanus to wake me when he gets here, wherever he is. He's in the other room. If you wish to speak with him, I will go find him. You see Dorian leaves the room towards Soldanus' chamber.
Make yourself at home, Suleiman.
I will. It's been a long time since I touched velvet.
Back.
Say again?
Don't drink all the tea before I get back.
It's a good point. I'll save some, don't worry. I am a tea merchant after all.
He's overrated.
Did you just say tea is overrated?
I will forget I heard that.
You see him sit up, and he pulls his hood back, and he reaches for his crossbow. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to shoot you, but you're an idiot.
I know. Sorry.
It's alright.
He's
Each their own,
young.
as they say.
He doesn't exactly process things that go through his head before it reaches his mouth. You understand?
I see. You know what helps with that? Tea.
A good punch to the well. See, okay, sure. Fellas, as we walk through the streets, I might be a bit paranoid, but let's not forget, I was attacked last time, unprovoked. Keep your wits about you and your eyes peeled. I'd hate for you guys to take injury on my account.
Before we go, we now have what is it the wizards called it? A bag of holding?
I think that's right.
We should
Sure.
That's
transfer
right.
some of our inventory so that it may be harder to find if we are stopped.
Thinking there, Melchizedek.
Sorry, I missed that. What are you putting in there?
Oh, just things I would rather not be found. So, for example, the signet ring and the letter from the Myrel's.
Right, from what's her name? My dear son.
Also, we're fresh out of shrapnel grenades now, right?
Correct.
I threw them all.
Okay, so let me remove that from the party loot.
And you get a grenade, and you get a grenade, and you
Every single grenade was exploded.
Not one grenade was left.
was left
behind.
unexploded.
Yeah.
Oh, the item has a description, doesn't it? I remember us seeing that last time.
Also, we'll go in there the emblem of the Lightbringers that we used to open the
Okay.
the chamber, and also the token we found within it.
The half token. Okay.
Julia Meyer.
Also the journal.
Okay.
The foxometer.
Me. I'm just gonna get in.
Why not?
This word.
Eugene's book? No, kidding.
Yeah.
Eugene's
Oh,
spellbook.
the spell book of the other mage, right?
Yeah,
That's up to Eugene. Eugene has that.
That's what yeah.
Yeah, I still want to copy it like tonight. I still haven't actually copied those all in my book yet. It takes several hours. So,
Okay.
I still
I
have
will
it.
open the
Yeah,
bag
I mean,
of
I guess
holding
I guess we
and
could put it in the
effectively-
bag of holding temporarily, assuming I can get it out tonight. Yeah.
Come on, into the bag.
But are you sure it'll be safe in there? We can get it out easily, right?
You're the wizard, you tell me.
It'll be fine, Eugene. You're familiar with these things. Remember, they taught it. Well, at my school. I can't imagine yours is so backwards. You wouldn't have learned about bags of holding.
Well, yeah, we used them all the time, but I guess I've just never put something I cared this much about inside of one. The thought of it not coming back. Well, I guess I have to have faith, right,
Take the
Mikhail?
fluxometer back out again.
Take it
There,
out.
you see?
There you go. See? It's fine.
Oh, okay. Alright, here goes nothing. Just holding it over it and just like drop it in. Wasn't so bad.
What does the inside of a bag of holding look like? Is it sort of like a vacuous space, or is it like this? Is it like fabric-y, and you just like reach in and it's like folds of fabric and you just pull whatever?
There is a bottom to it, but you can't see it if it's there on the inside. It's a bit like the inside looks like a bag, like folds of fabric around the outside, but they just keep going.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Cool.
Right. You all ready?
Yes. To the docks?
No, to the bookstore, Melchizedek.
Oh.
Then-
Before it closes.
Then the docks.
I was thinking about something else.
It's all right. We'll go. And we'll see what awaits us there. But first, Mikhail had the bright idea to do a bit of research. And I think it's a mighty fine one. It's this way. Come on. Eyes peeled.
You remember that Hildi's bookshop is not very far away from where you grew up, Eredh. It's probably 3 or 4 blocks away. These blocks are not standard at all. The town or the section of the town where your house is not grid pattern, but you remember how to get there. The night is cool. There are clouds in the sky, and there's a threat of rain on the horizon. There's that sort of dampness in the air and a pressure and a humidity. But the ground, as usual, even though it hasn't rained yet, is squelches underfoot at the mud of the swamp. But it takes about 15 minutes or so before you arrive at your old home. And you know to take a right here and wander towards the interior. But as you pass your old home, roll a perception check for me.
Let's say any sign of miscreants?
You can roll as well.
That's a 4.
4, okay.
And that would be a 6 + 3, 9.
Okay, no sign of miscreants. There is slight damage to the front of the home that was there before. You know that it is abandoned. But nothing strikes your eye. So you turn right in towards the interior of town, walking east. About another 5 minutes later or so, Eredh, you come across a familiar home of gray brick that's about 2 stories high, and a small alley that's sort of draped in ivy just to the right of it. You know
And
this
here
to
we
be the
are.
entrance.
Came here a lot as a child. Brings me back. My mother, I weren't wealthy, but we come here and peruse the books. Hildi, she tolerated us. Couldn't afford to buy as many books as I care to read, but she would let us read them. Just couldn't take them out the store. So we spent hours there sometimes.
Do we know that was your house, or is that not something we've discussed?
No, you wouldn't know that. You'd recognize it as the place where... Oh, no, you might know that because Eredh did say that it was his home to the ruffians who were standing outside. So you might have picked
Right.
up on that.
Mighty convenient for someone as learned as yourself, Eredh, to have a library nearby. You must have read all sorts of fantastic stories.
I did. Those are some of the best times I can recall.
Well, are you familiar with Hildi then? Would you mind introducing us?
So what? Eredh
you
seems
familiar?
distracted.
What are you thinking? What are you paying it? Eredh, you're listening to me, boy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. What was the question?
What's on your mind, Eredh? There seems to be something bugging you.
It's nothing. It's fine. Hildi. Right.
Roll a wisdom check for me, Eredh.
Wisdom check. Okay. Ability or saving throw?
Ability.
Oh, party loot has good insight. 17.
17. It's blurry. You remember Hildi? She's an older woman, elvish, high elf. But you don't precisely remember any of the times you've been here before. Which is interesting because you knew where it was.
Yeah, it's just thinking back to good old times, and like, you ever really want to think of something and find it just eludes you? You know it's there somewhere in that noggin of yours. It's just, you know, it's on the tip of the tongue or the.
Just a little bit further down the road, I like to
Right.
say.
Yeah. Perhaps I had too much ale over the years. Strange thing. Well, no matter. I'm sure I'm just preoccupied. I've been looking for my parents for some time, and I'm sure it's just cloud my memories. Anyway,
I thought you had said they disappeared while you were away.
I in the purge, right?
I don't know. I just know they're gone. I was at school, came back, found squatters in my home. No sign where they went, why they left. Couldn't find nothing.
Sometimes the things we think are permanent change overnight. I put a hand on his shoulder.
It certainly changed when I left, but I think they'd leave some note, some sign of where they went, just something. If I haven't found anything for months, I've been searching. And then these fellas attacked me. Who the hell are they? I have no idea.
Do you think they have something to do with the disappearance?
I don't know, Melchizedek, but it's the first lead I've had since I returned here. And they're gone just like that. Just so God's damned angry.
I am sorry, my friend. We will keep an eye. Perhaps they will return.
Maybe.
I agree with Melchizedek. There is a purpose to all things. You must have faith that the purpose, you will understand it one day.
Can't see I see any sort of purpose now, but I don't know. I've been waiting this long, I suppose. Hey, honestly, traveling with you, I found out more than I have in the months I've been by myself, just working with Dorian, and so who knows? I'll say this: traveling with you has been interesting and informative. Reckon I'll continue. Maybe I'll find out a bit more. Anyway, I've talked to you for long enough. Let's check in with Hildi. See what we can find out about Ord. And there
You see
ushers him
through
in.
the vines of ivy that hang over this alleyway next to the house, a small building behind it, also made of the same gray brick, possibly attached to the same home, and in fact. But you see a small oil lantern burning in the bay window of the storefront. You see an old sign that hangs, sort of creaks eerily almost in the wind. It just says the Dusty Tome.
Hildi! Hildi, you in? I apologize. I know it's late.
You hear
Sarah.
shuffling inside. Just a moment. The door opens a crack. What do you want?
It's me. I do apologize. I was wondering if I could trouble you.
Who's me?
It's Eredh.
Eredh. I know that name. Oh, you lived a few blocks away. You and your mother used to come in, right?
I think so.
Yes, okay. Yes, come in. Oh, there's several of you.
They're with me. They're friends.
Okay, all right.
Do you mind?
There
Is
is
it-
no room.
Is it too much trouble?
Yeah, it's a little past closing hours, but
I know.
it's all right. I don't mind.
Hi,
Uh,
I'm Eugene.
Hi. Yeah, nice to meet you, Eugene. So
We wouldn't trouble you if it weren't important. Hildi, I do apologize.
I take it it's a literary emergency then.
Aren't all literary affairs emergencies?
Eugene,
Just
Eugene
waiting for
thought
the
that
rest
was
of the
really
world to catch
funny.
up.
A literary emergency. Oh, classic.
It's no laughing matter.
Well, I know. It happens. Jinx.
Seen that new book by Jean Bruges in Cold Rock? Talk about a literary emergency.
Have
Oh
I?
my. You think a boy of that education level could write? Oh my. Well, come in.
Right, let's get inside. Eredh ushers the rest in, closing the door behind him after keeping an eye out to see if anyone's watching him.
You notice she walks with a bit of a limp. She's hunched slightly. And that's odd for a high elf. As is the name Hildi. Hildi is a human name. But she's very clearly a high elf, and from her appearance, a very old one, too.
I appreciate you making the time, Hildi. You've been doing all right these days.
Yeah, it's surviving, but the people here, they don't read, so occasionally Dorian drops by and says hello, drops off an old book, buys a new one, but he's been my only customer.
How do you stay in business, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, this is my home. I own it. Bought it years and years ago. So
Oh, you're home.
I don't really
It's
need
not
to
a
sell
shop.
anything. I just choose to.
Got it. Can I read some of your books? Can I read all your
Well,
books?
now, these books are old and, well, some of them, and if you want to read them, you have to pay for them, young man.
What? You
Eugene,
said it wasn't a shop.
Eugene, these. Come on now, friend.
Have you read all of the works that are on your shelves?
Oh, yes, several times, in fact. I have a few favorites. No John Bruce, though. He's a newer writer, and frankly, he's an idiot.
Do you have any collections of Sudani tales?
Now, that's an interesting one. Yes, in fact, I do. I can't remember where I put it. Which were you looking for?
You see she goes behind and starts shuffling around through some boxes that are not on display. You gather even when this place had some business, nobody was particularly interested in Zudani tales.
I was thinking of perhaps an anthology. I'm not sure what is available in these parts.
Yes, here's one. This is called The Scarab. And it's about a children's story about a beetle. I always like this one. There's that one. There you are.
Hey, what happened to the beetle?
Well, you'll have to buy it and read it to find out.
Or I
my
could tell
God,
you over
how
a
much is it?
campfire one night.
I would love that.
That one is, it's 5 silver.
Perfect for Mikhail. Mikhail, come on, get the book.
Oh, it was Melchizedek who was interested. Besides, I have not put a single gold piece to my name after giving the money to the refugees.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Refugees? What's this about refugees?
From the city of Litria. In our travels, we met a few camped outside of town in a ramshack abode.
Why
Good people
outside of
from
town? There's many a home here that's been abandoned.
Unfortunately, the shields of Hakkan will bar them from enter.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
They suck.
Yeah, I
The
don't
Vakad
like
are
that.
terrible.
I came here years ago, and the shields welcomed me then. What's the world coming to?
Do you have any books on the shields, Mum?
Books on the shields? Yes, I mean,
Books on the Lightbringers, I think you meant to say.
And
yeah,
both. Non-fiction.
history is a little spotty when it comes to the Lightbringers. Hakkan's pet project, as it were. But I suppose I do have one on the shields, although I don't know how true it is. It's published here in town a long time ago by Hakkan himself, so...
By Khan himself.
Yes. But so, I
We'd be
mean,
mighty interested to read or know what you
all right,
have learned.
certain I have a copy. For a while, they flooded the streets about 70 years ago. Just a moment.
And she
Uh,
shuffles
yeah,
off to
they-
a shelf.
What,
Before you
70
jump
years
off-
ago when the purge was? No.
70 years ago is about 10 years after the Sanguimancer was killed.
Okay.
The year is 2083.
Yes.
Well,
Alright.
283. 2083 has not happened yet.
Yeah.
I meant I was getting it wrong. It was 2083. Is
Mhm,
28 for the record, because this is recorded. That's what I said.
mhm. I heard it.
Hildi,
Huh?
do you like my new armor, by the way?
It seems...
Or who'd you ask?
Hildi.
Hildi?
It seems a bit dusty, if not altogether unfamiliar. Yes. Interesting.
May I roll insight?
Sure.
Are you wearing? What kind of armor are you wearing?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You gather her memory's not what it used to be, and she's trying to remember, and she thinks she's probably, there's some recognition in her eyes, but she can't place it.
Got it.
Yes, probably forged by one of the armorers and blacksmiths here in town. So, no small wonder I've seen it before.
And you see her with your dirty 20, she just kind of waves the thought out of her mind since she can't place it.
Okay.
Here's that book by Hakkan.
This is a weird question, but has the printing press been invented in Faerun, or are books written by hand?
This is canon. This is canon.
So
I have a specific reason why I want to ask this question.
So books are frequently written by hand. However, there is a rather brilliant young elf in Cold Rock named Gutenberg. I'm kidding with you. I'm kidding with you. There are printing presses. Printing things on them they're usually controlled by magic when they're done. So the actual plates are swapped out magically, and the engraving works a little bit differently than we would think in our world. But they do exist. They are also few and far between. So many books are handwritten.
They're sort of more expensive than the
Correct.
handwritten alternative.
Correct. Eredh and Eugene would know that their textbooks from school definitely printed.
Right.
Cool.
This book that she hands you, however, not printed, handwritten.
Oh, it's not.
Well, Mikhail, have a gander. And maybe let Eugene use a speed reader.
I think that's a better idea. I do find it
Yes,
curious.
well, just a moment. That will be another 3 for that, please. Silver, that is.
Mum, please take this gold piece that I have, and if you wouldn't be so kind as to answer a couple of questions of ours in
Well,
kind.
that's very kind. Thank you. What was your name?
Mikhail, Mum.
Yes, well, what can I do for you, Mikhail?
What can you tell us about the city? How long have you been here, Hildi?
Oh, I've been here just about 140 years now. A long time.
So you remember the Purge then, Mum?
Oh, some nasty business 15 years ago or so. And was it 20? Something like that. But I remember something of the Purge, although my memory is not what it once was.
Then you were also here when the Sanguimancer ruled.
Yes. Uncommonly kind woman. For a while. Turned dark, though. A nasty business. When the war parties of the second arrival war, they killed her son. At least that's what the rumor was.
And what turned her terrible?
Oh, I can't say what turns a person terrible. I don't.
I mean, did the timing coincide?
Well, yes, more or less.
Seems clear to me.
Terrible thing to lose family. And I can understand
I've lost much myself.
the anger. You lost family during the purge, Hildi?
Oh no, not during the purge. No family of mine has lived in Sanguim. I haven't had a family in 283 years.
283 years.
Yes, my family was left on the elven plain and killed. I presume, anyway. Never heard from any of them again.
Well,
The void hold them gently, I hope. Lord knows I'll join them soon, I'm sure.
hopefully not too soon. Do appreciate your presence here.
That's sweet of you. Thank you. And she
Pats you on the hand.
There's a lot of progress happening in the divine arts. I bet people could keep you alive for a long time. I mean, just if you don't mind,
She reaches out and
adventuring.
pinches you on the cheek.
Young lad, when you've been alive as long as I have, the void stops being so scary.
I like you, Mum. Tell me, do you remember a man named Ord from way back when the Sanguimancer?
Ord. Ord. Is that a first name?
What was his last name? I know. I think I wrote it down.
Sigmund Ord. You don't know if
Sigmund,
it's the
that's
same
correct.
person.
Right. Sigmund, I believe, was his first name, or was the last name. Sort
Sigmund
of
Ord.
companion of Hakkan.
Sigmund Ord. I didn't know anyone by that name. Why?
How about anybody else? Any other followers on, hangers on to the Sanguimancer?
Followers of the Sanguimancer.
The more prominent ones are her inner circle, if she would have one.
Well, there was one gentleman who she went everywhere with. I don't know that I know his name, though.
What do he look like?
White hair, long, a bit sickly looking, always. Held himself very regally, as if he was royalty, and did never know why. But I've seen that look in his eyes before when he looked at her. Oh.
Do you ever call anybody like a noob or say like daddy likey or anything like that?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Who would say something like that?
I don't know. I thought maybe you were talking about this weird guy I saw. It's not a big deal.
Yes, noob is a high elven word, but I've never heard it used in a long time.
What does it mean, Mum?
Idiot. Nincompoop. There are far nicer ways to say such a thing. I don't know why you would resort to such base language.
I apologize, Hildi.
Yes, it's fine by me. I've read far worse, my young man.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Before I lose my shit entirely. Does it sound like she's describing any semblance of what Petrov Yankovic looks like?
Yeah.
Did Petrov have any other like unique features about him besides like a facial feature, like a mole, or like something easily identifiable, scar perhaps?
No moles. You do notice. You did notice that when you saw him, he was gaunt. He had very high
He fits the
cheekbones.
description. Mhm.
Yeah, he does fit the description.
Yes. Is there something else you needed?
Hildi, what do you remember of the fall of the Sanguimancer? You were around.
I remember...
What became of her and her followers?
I remember terror and fear. It was a bloody time. Couldn't go out at night. And those who were not armed with silver, well, bad things happened to them. I survived because I hid as best I could. 6 months it went on, and then Hakkan took his allies and fought her. I don't know anything else. Why did you ask about this? This is ancient history.
It turns out a lot more about Sanguim might be ancient history than we realized.
History is important. After all, those who don't know it are doomed to repeat it.
It's an illusion.
Say that again?
It's an illusion.
It is an interesting book. You might want to read. Yeah.
And she goes to the back room. You hear her shuffling around.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Do you like to take this opportunity to talk amongst yourselves?
Yes. Eredh returns the rest of the party. Well, shit. If we had any lingering doubts, it sounds like the mayor is a vampire too. But at odds with Lightbringer Ord.
Competing vampires?
They're all fucking vampires. What in the unholy hells? How did this happen? How does this persist?
I think, I say, tapping Ered's breastplate, that you ought to take this off if we are to meet with the mayor or the Lightbringers.
Oh, hells. Nah, Melchizedek.
Look, Hakkan and his troops, the story here is that they won.
That story is
Time.
obviously false. Friends.
They lost.
I think, to me, what happened is there was a young woman who had her whole life ahead of her at once, and she had a child with this man, and it was ripped from her and caused her such pain that she would look for something like Sanguimancer. And sort of hushes when he says that, and like looks around, making sure that like Hildi is in a different room when he's talking about this. In order to preserve or bring back what she once had. And so I think she caused terrible anger and death. Yes. And Hakkan stood up against her. Yes. But why Ord now wants to kill the mayor? And why the mayor so desperately wants to save her?
Save her? Is she even alive? Found this book that suggested she might be underneath a tower. But if that's the truth, why haven't they gone to get her? Could have.
Creature
I
says
would
strong as
not
a
make
vampire.
too many assumptions, but it seems clear that the Sanguimancer and his followers are the ones who truly won the war.
Aye.
We should proceed with caution.
Aye.
Clever disguise, then, to shroud their victory in the martyrdom of Hakkan.
Here you go. I found it.
She hands you a leather-bound tome. Not printed, handwritten, and embossed on the title is A Treatise on Time and Its Irrelevance.
Cool. Oh my goodness. Have I read this before? Probably not. Yeah.
Roll a history check.
I mean, you have keen mind, right? Would you know that from just keen mind?
True.
This is to see if he ever found the book. If he read it, he might remember it.
Fair.
23.
23? No, you've never read this before. This was not in the library.
Oh my gosh, how much? How much? I'm reaching into my little coin purse.
This one's quite rare. As far as I know, there's only a few copies floating around, and you'll never find it in Gold Rock. It's because the Magus Arcana deemed it too dangerous an idea.
Eugene's like mouth is watering.
So I would part with it for 25 gold.
25 gold. All right. He just like starts counting it out. I have like 40 gold. On
Eugene, you're spending your personal funds, correct?
Yeah, I have this money from my dad. Oh, wait. He told me to be careful with it. This is too good. I can't pass this up. All right. Yeah, it's mine. It's my personal stash. Is that okay?
Yes. If you go to Cold Rock, careful who sees you with that. It's not banned or anything, but they frown on dangerous magic there, you know. Of course,
Keep it in the bag of
they
holding.
frown on it while they do it.
Uh-huh. Freaking hypocrites. Oh,
You know the powerful.
thank you so much. I can't wait to read it. Can I go read it right now?
Hey, Eugene, I got a story for you. Actually, it reminds me of a story I heard once. I don't know quite where it came from, apparently, but it was about a turtle and a hare. They were racing, trying to make it to the finish line, and I guess the ultimate question was, the hare was bounding along and felt so sure of himself in his victory, and the turtle was just plodding along slow and steady as can be.
Eredh, when did you turn into Mikhail?
And
No, I actually did see a turtle in a hare race once.
Yeah.
The hare beat the turtle by a Vlitrian mile. It was even closer.
Well, the question is, this first of all, they say you are the sum of the people you spend the most time with, and I clearly have spent way too much time with you all murdering folk.
Say what?
The question is, Hildi, your senilism is acting up again.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, young man.
At the end of the day, Eugene, the question is, was the hare slow or the turtle fast?
Okay.
That's irrelevant.
Just like time. Anyway,
Ah.
let's go.
Yes, well, you all have a wonderful night. Come back any time you like.
Hildi, sorry. I've been here before, right?
And my
Right.
memory is not what it used to be. But I could have sworn I saw you and your mother here years ago now.
It's funny. I don't remember last time I was here. What was it like?
Yeah, it's always been the same. In the store, but you must have been very young, and I'm now very old, so that would
When was the
explain
last time? When was the last time you saw him?
I never saw your mother any time except that when she was here.
When was
I
that?
don't remember what she looks like. It was Elvish, I think.
Perhaps it'd be helpful if we got a date. Do you keep receipts, Hildi, of purchase?
No. There's no reason to. Why bother? It's my own
Sorry.
collection.
Yeah,
Where do you get your books from?
Yeah, sometimes people come in and trade books, or they used to, anyway. I had quite a library when I was living in Cold Rock for a little while. And then I came here.
I think it's wonderful what you do.
Yes, you're
Collecting
very
books,
sweet.
spreading knowledge.
It's very sweet. Very kind of you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm quite tired now, so all of you have a wonderful night and be safe out there.
right. Yeah. All right, fellas, get out of her hair. Come on, shoot, go on. So this lady get some rest.
You take care, Mum. These are strange times. Be careful next time you open the door for a bunch of strangers in the night.
She just, as you go, she places her hand on your arm.
Lady, watch over you.
Me sleep rest. Restful in darkness and peace.
Soon. Soon.
And the door closes behind you. You hear
Not creepy at all.
I'm gonna walk and read.
Okay.
Right.
Which book are you reading? I don't need to ask that question. It's the book about time. The book itself is unsigned, so you don't necessarily know who wrote it. The script is High Elvish, which I believe you read.
Well, I think... Is there a distinction between High Elvish and just Elvish?
No, not in this campaign. In this campaign, Elvish is High Elvish. There's several other languages that different elves speak. Elvish
Yeah,
is
I got
High
Elvish.
Okay. It's an archaic form of Elvish. It's a bit like trying to read Shakespeare in the original English. It's quite difficult to do. But you have a keen mind and a high intelligence, and you pick up on it as you go. The book itself is a treatise exploring the possibility of an existence of a type of magic which can bend time and in some cases undo it. There's no spells in the book, but there are arcane formulae and proofs which indicate that this individual, whoever they were, was an absolute mad person, but also possibly onto something.
Eugene, Eugene, hey, we're going this way. We're going this way. The docks.
No, I was following.
No, you weren't.
Eredh, you
were
gotta
walking
read
off in
this.
The wrong direction. What?
Gotta read this, Eredh. It's saying it could explain possibly. We'll talk about it later. I'm still reading.
Do I gotta read it or not? We're going to see Ord. If it's
I'm not
important,
done yet.
tell
I'm
me.
not done yet. Okay, I'm done.
Is it about Ord?
Oh, well, no, not at all. Well,
Then you
maybe.
can wait. We're going to see Ord.
Okay, fine. Put it in my backpack.
Don't get me wrong, Eugene. I am curious, but also mighty nervous about seeing this vampire again.
I was gonna say, do you think we should really talk to him? Do you think we should really deal with this fucking guy?
I don't know, Eugene. Only thing I know for sure is I've been searching for answers for months on my own with nothing to show for it. And I've spent a 10-day with you all. Got the first hint. A small one. What might have happened to my parents. So, I'm seeing this through. I'm just discovering so much more.
At least these Lightbringers pay well. But then
Can't
again,
much for the gold.
I should like to be alive to enjoy the reward.
Me too. Though for other reasons.
Okay. Takes you probably around 45 minutes. About halfway through, a light drizzle begins to fall. It's not a soaking rain, but it's cold and it's not comfortable. But about 45 minutes of walking, and you arrive at the docks. You can hear the gentle lapping of the Red Lake against the muddy shores of Sanguim, and the creaking of the old docks that have stood disused for many a year now. But you see the warehouse in front of you. What would you like to do?
Before we walk in, DM, Eredh grab Melchizedek by the elbow, kind of pull him aside.
Hmm?
You really think I should take off the armor?
Well, there'll be no hiding that we violated our promise to not search within. Obviously, he knows what is there.
I think he's gonna ask us anyway. You think you can lie to this fella? You think Eugene can lie to this fella?
No, Gino's the first thing that comes to his mind.
I've lied before.
Look,
Well,
I
either way,
know what it does, and
I would
if
not
we end up
let
coming to blows,
the
we got
habit
it.
open.
Wait. We can't fight Lightbringer Ord. He's too powerful.
That's precisely why I want to wear it.
Do we take a short rest since the
No.
last battle?
No.
Yeah, you did. You short
Oh,
rested.
short rest.
in
We did
the-
not
yeah,
long
not
rest.
a long
We
rest,
didn't have
a short rest.
We didn't have a long rest. Short rest.
Okay.
So I'm out of spells.
I have 4 hit dice. That's accurate, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, because we. Okay.
Well, no, he imported new. Remember, he imported new character sheets, so everything was reset.
Where are you all standing, by the way, currently?
On the outside of the main gate into the dock area.
Okay.
Look, I'm not sure what we will learn at this meeting. Perhaps we shall be given another assignment.
Maybe.
Or perhaps
He
we are
said-
a loose end to be eliminated.
It's exactly my worry, but I don't think he would have paid us. He would have said, come collect it at the meeting. More incentive for us to go. There's more going on here, Melchizedek, than we understand. That much is a certainty. I just worry about triggering them. Shit. All right. Let me take it off. Looks around. Can I do a perception check to see if any eyes are on him?
You may, yeah.
I see him looking around. I'll help him.
Roll individually or with advantage.
You can go ahead and roll. That's an 11 for Aaron.
Melchizedek rolls 9 plus 3 for 12.
No one in sight. You know that the people of Sanguim don't usually come out at night, just because there's not really much to do, or perhaps now, given the context that you received from Hildi, maybe it's something to do with old memories of being out at night.
Or the fact that the streets are walked by vampires. Yes.
Right. Eredh spends about a minute taking off the breastplate and stowing it in the sack.
There.
All right.
Now, remember, we did exactly as he asked. We found a raiding party from the Mire Hells. They had captured some merchants and were sending their goods back to Velitria.
He knows something already happened. We wouldn't have been paid otherwise. I say we say as little as possible, Melchizedek. I think we're going to learn more than we should say. If he asks us questions, we ask him a question in turn.
I don't even want to be talking to this guy. I don't want anything to do with him. But whatever. I'll follow what you guys want to do.
Let's just keep it simple. We're here to learn, not to speak. There's my father, Dorian. Someone used to say that to me.
All right.
Good advice, anyway.
We're all nervous. Just keep your wits about you, huh?
Sure.
And I'll step out into the rain. Open the gate into the dock area.
Okay. It stands about 2 feet open currently. It doesn't seem to be locked at all.
The rest of the way.
It
Sign of motion.
swings on rusty hinges.
I'll go first. And it slides past. And there's a hand on a sword. It's not drawn, though. And he walks confidently, boots clicking on the cobblestone as he makes his way towards the interior of the boathouse.
Okay. Arrive with ease at the gate or the main large door
To the dock, the interior dock, sorry. Yeah.
of the warehouse.
Yeah. Lightbringer, are you here? We've returned. Received your message. Reveal yourselves. If you be present.
Inside, you hear from the other side of the door, and the large door opens with relative ease. You gather that whatever was blocking it before has been cleared this time. Within, Lightbringer Ord is seated on his on the chair that had been empty before. He just kind of looks up. I'm glad you all came. And we'll take a 5-minute break.
Oh boy.
Very nice. I know, right? Come back. Roll initiative.
Bad news. Bad news. Clearly bad news.
Yeah.
Roll initiative. Well, let's just roll new car. I'm kidding with you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
5-minute break.
Okay.
55.
Brought to you by a cool breeze on a summer day as you're laying in grass, getting
Brought to you
cut up
by
by the
fire
grass.
ants.
And fire ants crawl up on your skin and they bite, and it's horrible and it's gnashing, infinite awfulness.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Man, you do a great old lady, Shanti. I'm taking notes.
It is one of my favorite voices to do.
Is it? I thought you said the.
What he actually
You
sounds
would
like
somehow.
most of the time.
That was pretty good. It's in the family. Oh, let me see. It was in the family.
Put your tongue just behind your front teeth, and then use a little less air.
Okay. No, fuck, I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. Introduce a little bit of a lisp to it, like ever so slight.
If there's, I like to keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Let's try to run a successful bookshop, but it's
Yes.
tough these days. I can't remember my eyes from my elbow.
I don't know what I came back to, but I like it.
Good content.
Are we all doing old person voices now?
Yes, exactly. That's
This is why we need voice modulators.
Like an old lady.
Lady.
The old lady voice.
Like a lady.
Yeah, it's hard to do like the dialect. It's hard to do in the back of your throat.
Ah, yes.
There's a lot of things that are hard to do in the back of your throat. I don't know if you guys
for
knew
fuck's
this.
sake. That was genuinely intimidating.
Yeah.
That one was scary.
That's spooked.
And during the break, Eugene successfully managed to skip us forward in time about 500 years.
Eugene, what have you done?
Oh man, that is such a cool.
Seems
book.
like the Magus Arcana said this was too dangerous for a reason. Apparently.
Yeah.
You're about to be like the
Spells
first wizard, time traveling vampire wizard.
Oh
my
God!
God.
As soon as you started saying that, Shanti, I was like, you like, I don't know, looking in on what I've been doing lately.
Oh, the time magic. Okay, we ready?
Time traveling vampire wizards. Let's do it.
That's a great movie.
I'm glad you all decided to come. But next time I ask you to blow something up, maybe don't cause a whole avalanche as well. But you
What
did
happens
as I
when you
asked.
set up explosives in a mine?
I meant inside the outpost. You did go inside, did you not?
Well, we cleared it of the Mayorel raiding party.
Of that I am glad. There will be less of a hassle to the town in our efforts to rebuild.
Is that what you want?
Yes, that is
So what
I
do you
want.
want, Ord?
I want the truth. And a promise, if you share the truth with me, I will do the same.
Why don't you start by telling us about James, Lightbringer Ord? We know you have him.
I don't have James.
We
James
know all to have him.
worked for me, but it seems he no longer does. James now works for the mayor, which is an odd turn of events. Perhaps he sees that as a faster track to entering the Lightbringers, for that is apparently what he wants.
But you work for them, so you don't work for the mayor.
I work for the mayor's best interest, whether the mayor knows it or not.
According to your design, your will?
According to the wishes of a friend.
I see. Are we at a trust level where you can tell us who this benevolent, beneficent patron of or matron of yours is? We did risk our
see.
lives to carry out your patron or matron's wishes.
I see no harm, considering they are dead for a long time. You see, he looks at you, Mikhail, and his eyes sort of flash a bit of a crimson, almost? Maybe it's just the residual light from the door being opened somewhat? That was a nice spell you cast on your way out.
The friend whose wishes I am following was named Hakkan.
The
For Hakkan?
Arcan? Oh, just a fella name. Arcan's quite old. You see,
By now you know what we are. Or at least, he does. He gestures towards Mikhail. Isn't that right, boy?
It struck me as odd that you would be slipping in the shadows. And something about you smelled a little bit worse than what's probably on the inside of your chest plate.
Well, the plate armor is a necessary evil, unfortunately.
so you admit what you are, and you serve Cone, but you serve the mayor, who is the paramour of your most hated enemy. I'm a little confused. Lightbringer Ord.
Then perhaps, excuse me, it is time for me to tell you a story. Roll perception checks, all of you.
And insight. I want to see if he's trying to throw us off.
Go for it.
Perception.
Melchizedek rolls 7.
9 for me.
17 for Mikhail.
True to
Perception?
form, Eredh is just sees nothing but his navel.
What'd you roll?
Floor.
Oh no, Jesse.
Nothing but his navel. Always. I don't understand.
At least it doesn't happen in
the
when
bad
you're attacking.
roll
It works. It's just
modifier.
on checks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eredh is a blunt instrument, quite stupid and just used for hitting things,
Somehow a wizard.
despite of being a wizard.
Okay.
All right.
You're all quite focused on him, but Mikhail, you're quite at home in the darkness. And he's definitely not... Yeah, exactly. Definitely not alone. And actually, rather quietly, a shadow touches down next to you and just closes the door without any sort of threateningness. Steps forward, and out of the shadow emerges one of the Lightbringers in full plate. And she removes her helmet.
Do we recognize this person, DM?
You do not. She's a short woman, standing maybe 5 feet high, but she's stocky. She carries a shield on one arm, and a rather heavy silvered mace in the other hand. Her hair is brown and tied back in a bun. Her eyes are red, but her face is somewhat soft.
Eugene, do you remember the names? Is there a female name there?
My name is Iona Fursman. I
Would
came to this town 113 years ago with my family. I was a guardswoman. I kept the town safe, fed my children. The mayor, she was an inspirational woman, charismatic, kind-hearted, cared for people. She used power like we'd never seen to keep the elven armies and magical creatures at bay.
The magic?
Another shadow steps forward. Although clad in the heavy armor of a Lightbringer, the man before you is slender and slight of build. He carries a staff across his back, fashioned of darkened metal, but with silver wound into it, and seated in the tip a rather large Arcana crystal. But it didn't last, of course. My name is Ilyn Woodrow. I was born here 142 years ago. And like the rest of the townsfolk, I watched as my town burned and the streets ran with blood. An inky cloud spread from the unholy tower, and by night, gargoyles prowled the streets, tearing innocents from their beds to be devoured in the dark. But there was still hope. See, yet another one of these Lightbringers step forward. Unlike his compatriots, he has a sort of comical expression on his face, one that seems to last despite the dire seriousness of the topic at hand. His mustache is long and well-shaped, curled at each end. His nose is slightly too large for his face, and his brows are bushy and crooked. He bears on his back, however, a very large greatsword that is clearly plated in silver, with a vicious-looking spike for the pommel. A holy man lived in the town, one Hakkan by name. My name is Jeremiah Lintz. I'm 122 years old. We 5 were fighters, strong of arm, stout of heart. We lay in wait one night until the she-demon walked the streets, and there we set upon her. With silvered blade we fought her until she turned into mist in our fingers and fled back to her dark tower, from which the abominations crept each night. Stepping from behind Ord, almost as mist passing out of the boxes behind him. As she removes her helmet, rivulets of raven curls cascade just below her shoulder. Like the others, her eyes are red. Her cheekbones would make a high elf green with envy, and she moves with a grace of a natural-born predator. Across her belt, silver knives glint in the low light. Hakkan too was brave. We gave chase, taking a boat across the lake to find the Sanguimancer in her lair. My name is Kara Buxley, and I am 131 years of age. But I died that night. We were woefully unprepared to face a vampire in its lair, and one by one we fell.
You all died that night.
Each one of us. We learned later that Hakkan had managed to subdue her, but lacking the knowledge to destroy her, sealed her away beneath her tower. I awoke in a tomb, high in the mountains. And together we 5 stumbled down a mountainside, not knowing where or how we were. We were taken in by a family of hunters who lived in the shadow of the Sanguimancer's tower. You see, he pauses and his jaw gets harder and his armored fist clenches. And the woman who identified herself as Iona just places her gauntleted hand on his shoulder, and he sort of looks to the side and just puts his own hand on it. That is when the hunger took us. We killed that family, uncertain as to why.
DM, Would Eredh understand hunger? Does he know vampires? Do I need to roll some sort of check to understand this?
You can roll history checks if you like.
Every time I roll a skill check. That is... Oh my god!
Damn. 0.025% chance of happening. Natural ones. The One Brothers.
You are both so absorbed in the story that he's telling you
Two smartest characters.
that you think for a moment hunger, but he continues. It was then that Petrov found us. He taught us to control our hunger. And when we learned what had happened, we five swore to stand guard through the ages and ensure that the vile creature remained entombed beneath her evil tower, where she could do no harm.
But did you not recognize Petrov as an enemy? One who had served willfully. The
Oh, we
woman
knew
you
what
swore to
Petrov
destroy.
was. We
Yeah,
always knew. But he was not a bad man.
Are you saying that he's like you?
In all ways except one. He fell in love. And as the darkness grew, he refused to see it.
What I do not understand is if all of you fell and Hakkan survived, did Hakkan not die in that battle as well?
No. Hakkan survived. When I woke up, I heard of his death. Natural causes.
And where was Petrov this whole time? Did you learn?
Petrov left for many years. He went north to the land where he's from. Grieving, I suppose.
How'd it come to be that he was elected? Some stranger gone for many years.
That I don't know. But when I awoke, he was mayor.
Well, what are your
Now,
intentions?
he wishes to what? Undo what you have done?
You see Iona step forward. People say that vampires have no feelings, hearts of stone. But that's not true. We feel things more. Hate becomes loathing. Love, well, that's the most dangerous of them all. Becomes infatuation. The loss of self. Petrov is a good man. He taught us to keep our hunger at bay. Now when it comes, we feed on livestock and never humans. Or elves. No sentient beings. But Jeremiah Linz chimes in. He has lost his way. About 2 years ago, the mayor found a sword deep in the catacomb beneath the mayoral residence. There, he decided that he could bring back the Sanguimancer
and convince her to follow a better path.
What hold does this sword have over the Sanguimancer? Does he believe it has?
He recognized it as her sword. It was the sword she wielded.
That's it?
You have to remember, he locked away all feelings, all thoughts for her, knowing that they would bring him great pain. And then there it was.
So he doesn't think the sword itself can sway her to be a better self. Rather, it's reignited old feelings.
If anything, that sword will convince her to be darker. It is an evil thing. But a sword is a sword. It's what you make of it that matters. And the hand that wields it.
I would like to roll an inside check.
Go ahead.
15.
As far as you can tell, every single one of them has been completely honest. Hard on the sleeve.
You realize you expected to report into the mayor. He runs this town. But does he? Could you protect us should we fail to report? Should we report?
First, answer me a question. When you cleared that old outpost, did you find anything there?
Eredh takes a moment. He looks at Mikhail, dead in the eye. And turns and looks at Eugene. And he turns and looks at Melchizedek. I think we need to tell him. I can't make this decision alone.
We will give you
Seems
some
like
time.
you already kind of did.
Said nothing.
Make any decision that you like. But if you took from that mausoleum what I think you took, and you give it to the mayor, know that we will be enemies.
He stands, and, like mist, the five of them retreat to the far end. You see them rematerialize and stand, and Iona has her arm around Ord.
That was a bit of a bombshell, boys.
We weren't going to give anything to the mayor.
I don't know, I might have. Before I heard this.
I thought the mayor is who I trusted more.
That's where I trusted more, but I've been a fool, clearly. If they're to be believed, and I do believe. It makes sense.
If the Sanguimancer was really so terrible,
She wasn't.
they were
She
doing
wasn't
the right
always,
thing.
Eugene.
I know that. No, I know, Eredh, but that's what I thought I knew of her. That she turned evil, and if she was doing all those terrible things that they said, then maybe stopping her was the right thing to do, but oh gosh, I don't know who to trust or what side to be on. So hard.
Losing family is enough to ignite a mighty rage in one's heart, Eugene. It sounds like whoever Sanguimancer used to be was no more by the time she was finally confronted.
Do you think a vampire bit her and made her a vampire?
I think she was...
somehow made herself a vampire?
I have no idea. But of all of them, I'd bet both my testicles. She's the original.
Wouldn't just... Alright, well that's a bold bet. You're probably right. Makes sense. If you twist blood magic, you could end up at vampirism.
I suspect you now know more than any of us about that.
I don't know much, but I'm learning.
Hmm.
By the way, I decided I love reading. I don't just want to read anymore. I want to write. I'm learning. What we're learning has to be documented. Has to be stored in the archives. People don't know anything about this. This is something we can bring to the world. We're on the precipice of knowledge.
I have a feeling that our new friends may not appreciate their story getting the kind of press you seem to be suggesting.
Don't need to know.
I don't know that I care for everyone to understand Sanguimancy either, Eugene.
But you see, it's been wrapped up in vampirism. What you think of when you think of all the terrible things of Sanguimancy in your head, that's the twisted vampire version.
Mikhail, will you speak some sense into the boy?
Look, the day may come when you can write a treatise on Sanguimancy, and there will be many who will appreciate your theories. But now, we have a town to save.
Listen, Eugene. Just because you are an expert in soul play does not mean you should put a sword in every child's hand with a primer on how to wield it. They are children. And they will use it irresponsibly. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You have no faith.
Not in your blood magic.
Not in people. The knowledge is shared. If it's transparency is restored, people will understand.
Look,
I don't
Fred,
know.
this is a fascinating debate, but the time ticks. The Lightbringers await, and so does the mayor. I think we can assure them that we are not going to turn over any artifacts to the mayor.
Do we tell them what we found?
I think they know.
They haven't yet asked for it.
And we shall not give it to them. We kept it out of the hands of the Mayorel mages, and we shall keep it out of the hands of the mayor as well.
What the hells do we do with it then? We don't even know what it does. We need to ask him. If we're not going to ask the mayor.
I think it is one of those things that we all would prefer were left forgotten.
But it's not. And we have it.
And nobody knows.
They know. You said it yourself.
I think they would rather it disappear too.
Let's find out. I think we show them.
Lightbringers.
And they reappear in mist in front of you.
Let
You
us
have
say
made the
we
decision.
believe your story. And we are glad that the mayor shall not put his hands on whatever it is resided in that sanctuary.
That will be agreeable.
We kept the Mayorels. They had not only sent a raiding party, but archaeologists, mages. They wanted it too. We slew them.
That is worrying.
As it should be. The fact that they knew to look for something at all means there's some inkling. Something wrong in this town.
Somebody told them.
I don't know.
In the past, we heard from the mayor that he had worked with the Mayorels for a time.
That shit asshole, what was his name? Kaya? Kara? Mariel? Something along those lines.
I don't know the details. But I know he took a loan. He needed to float the town. And pay the shields of Hakkan.
He took a loan from the people who were starving the town of industry to begin with.
I doubt he knew that at the time. Well,
This town
we
needs
can-
saving. This man is not the one to do it.
You have
Clearly.
to understand. The mayor, he earned our respect.
He's failed townsfolk. You can
He
see it
saved
plain
us.
as day.
He saved us from ourselves.
You all. Are you that selfish?
When a
Well,
friend
you are
falls to the
Lightbringer.
ground, do you step on them or do you help them back up?
And what of everyone else? They've been stepped on. Because of his failings. Knowingly or not. He is not fit. Look what's happened. Look at my home. My parents. Those parents, many other folk around here. Not just about me. Because of his negligence.
What would you have me do?
Can't support him. Can't.
He
Not
doesn't
if you
need
truly
my
mean
support. We are no
Who's-
longer the only Lightbringers. You saw at the house. We 5 were the first. There are many more.
Is that what James is looking to do with the mayor? To become a vampire and to join, and that is how you join the Lightbringers formally. How many has the mayor created? This is
Look for the burned homes in town. Count them. That is how many.
Did he do that?
So in the
What did he
Purge,
say
they were
then?
just creating vampires?
It's funny. They never found any bodies.
He must be
My
starved.
God.
I understand that. How do I say this? You know, I've traveled for a long time, and I've seen many a folk and figure. And something I've learned is that the true monsters are the one who choose to partake and be evil. I understand what it's like to be given a burden, such as the one you hold. That this man now, the man who saw the good in you and trained you like his own children, would succumb to the will of some unknowable evil, one that tainted the Sanguimancer herself. I think, Ord,
Unknowable
you
evil.
know,
It's got a name. Love.
Well, what has become obvious to me is that Petrov Yankovich is someone that needs to be removed. You don't trust him. You don't align with him. If you did, you would not have approached us. You know it to be true. You say you do this for his own best interests.
perhaps though, Eredh, there is something to be learned of the stories of the past. Sanguimancer was ended, was she not?
No,
Yet,
she wasn't.
Buried under the tower.
She persists.
not wholly, but the evil, you see, that follows her, or whatever caught up to her, what she found, or where she was going. Where is I going? Where is I going with that?
I don't know. My suggestion is we find what remains of her. We finish her off.
No. That would be suicide.
You didn't let me finish. That's the story we let be known. To get the reclusive mayor to leave his stronghold. It's the only way to remove him from a position of power. And perhaps there, with your aid, talk some sense into this man. The sense being break with the past. Break with this Myrel influence. Truly embrace his role as the leader of this town.
I
Not
for
just
one,
a-
did not come to this town to play politics. I came looking for work.
I care about my
Come
people,
off a little,
Melchizedek.
because the town is suffering. It is suffering for many reasons. But as far as I can see, the main reason is a rich and noble family has its heel to the throat of the people who live here for their own benefit.
Because the mayor is allowing it.
Not anymore.
I like this. I like this version of you, Mel. You know, before I thought you were all greedy with your money, and I thought you'd just turn tail and turn around. But you're a man of honor.
What are you proposing, Melchizedek? I think we need a change in leadership. This man in love with his blood-crazed, half-dead woman.
That as may be.
With a conflicted personal guard.
But with
Abducting
the
people
economy,
who, as a reminder, hired another blood mage. Offense somewhat intentional, Eugene. To open up a sanctuary
The mayor
and
hired the
murder.
blood mage.
Well, there
I
you
have
have
done
it.
my own digging.
So,
There you have it. That's someone
For
you
the
want to
record.
support?
And as a sign of goodwill, you may tell your friend Soldanus to come out of hiding. We're not looking for him.
No offense, but we will do no such thing.
Do you still think we care about blood magic?
Sure. You know, are you a vampire?
If I said no, would you believe me?
Well, then I think you have my answer.
Ord, I don't think it would be wise for Saldonis to come out of and Dorian to come out of hiding quite yet. There are still the other Lightbringers around. Could you do us the favor of perhaps keeping an eye on the household? Nothing too much out of your way, of course.
I can do this by night.
But it would go a long way in earning our trust.
He turns and looks at the shorter woman next to him. Goes, right.
Kara
Nowhere
or
to find me.
Ayana?
Iona.
Ayana?
Fursman. You'll know where to find me. Steps backward and vanishes. If you look out the door ever so slightly, you can see mist moving faster than the other clouds in the sky.
Listen,
I would say our
Leopard.
next task is far from here.
Melchizedek, I'd be curious to hear what you think. I was about to ask Lightbringer Ord what he thinks the next move is, but go on then. What did you have in mind?
I would like to know a little bit more about these Maya elves. Yes, it is true the town's leadership has not helped the situation, and the straits in which the people find themselves here has something to do with his incompetence at the very least. But the true enemy is the one who is exploiting the people for their own good.
Is it? Or is it the one who's allowing them to be exploited? There are always malefactors out there, Melchizedek. Always. There's always an enemy.
And most of the time, they do not show themselves. When they do, it is a weakness.
I think the enemy in this case is internal.
All you young folks are racing towards something, whether it's fighting a battle or getting into an argument. You should be more careful to choose your enemies and not to be afraid, Eredh, of these things that perhaps
And
become stigma.
Eredh, what would happen if this town stood up to the Myrels?
Well, we're a long way from their home base. I
And what is it
suspect
that the town does? How would the people earn a living?
they'll be mining soon enough. Thanks
And
to
who will
our
they sell
efforts.
the ore to?
Well, not the Myrels, clearly.
You'd have to
No.
take it all the way up to the Silvertar Valley, probably. Hurl away to Velitria.
One way or the other, it need to be sold. If not to them, someone else. It's in demand. Or they wouldn't have been there. Trying to take it over.
Seems to me that a healthy trade is the best thing for this town. And as
What do
long as the Mayorels have a chokehold on it, I do not think things will improve. This mayor or under any other mayor.
About your father, Eugen. He gave you like 1,000 pieces of gold, or whatever it was. Surely he has enough money to sponsor a venture of coal and iron or whatever comes out of the mines.
My dad is not very generous with his money, but I mean, I could ask him.
It's not generous. It's does he could he set up an iron trade or something? I don't know.
An investment.
People do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go.
As an investor, I mean, maybe.
We have set up one part of this deal. We have cleared some mines. We have eliminated the bandits who prevented trade. We have alleviated the problems which prevented one of the smelters from turning the ore from the town into products, arms, armor. And
We're
yet,
forgetting
there
the
is still no
immediate
market.
problem. The immediate problem, Melchizedek. Eugene. Mikhail. We are obligated to show up in front of the mayor. We have to. We've been summoned.
And then we leave.
Lightbringers, Ord, Iona, Sigmankara. The other fellow whose name I can't remember. Have told us they can't protect us. They're outnumbered. That's our immediate problem. Tomorrow morning will come soon enough. He looks at his wrist for some godforsaken reason. What the hells are we gonna do when the mayor comes looking for us?
That is the valid point. All of this talk of trade, it warms my heart, so to speak. But as long as you are here, as long as the mayor believes there is a chance, love will compel him to find her. And if you took the key,
Maybe you lie in wait. We're
and
telling
kill
you.
the mayor,
I'll talk some sense into him. That's your choice.
I have tried. What do you think I did 15 years ago?
Okay? Well, what would you do if he doesn't listen to reason and you're right in front of her grave?
Haven't you been listening to him, Eredh? He's crazed by love.
You're not
No.
Can't see
understanding
through to reason.
how difficult it is to kill a vampire.
Okay? Tell me, how do we kill a vampire?
People keep secrets. Dark secrets. The closest kept secret that has ever been kept is the location of a vampire's lair. Particularly where it regenerates. Strike it down, it turns to mist. Will come to you again the next night. And it will not stop until he has freed her.
And we need to stop. Where's his lair?
I
I
don't
know
know.
what I'm asking you, and I know it's difficult.
Somewhere
know the
far to
consequence.
the north. He never told me. And I would never ask.
And yours is that cave.
Now you know my secret.
Well, technically, darling, that's our secret. Kara just nudges him on the arm.
They know what
The
I mean.
mage, the archaeologist sent by the Mayarels.
So, if we were to, like, kill you guys, you would turn into mist and go back there?
You will forgive my friends.
You see, Kara looks at you. Her eyes turn a sort of red as she stares at you.
Well,
Naive.
I mean, no, that was a hypothetical. Purely hypothetical.
She cracks
He's
a bit of a
scholar.
smile.
Not forgive him.
Well, then you'll have to dig yourself out next time, so you better be careful.
Not at night. Simply turn to mist.
So why or how do the Myrels know that there's a rift between you all and the mayor?
I don't know.
Clearly they know. They sent a learned mage, some random outpost near Sanguim, to break into what is your
What makes
place
you
of
think they knew
regeneration.
what was inside?
I don't know, but one does not waste resources sexy and learned as that woman.
Well,
Oh, nonsense.
I don't know what they wanted. Or what they thought was in there. But as far as I can tell, there would be only one way to do this. When the vampire dies, greater or lesser,
You see Kara just place her hand on his arm and look at him with this "don't do it" look.
It's necessary. We're not gonna kill you. We have no interest in doing so.
It was a hypothetical. Totally. I'm sorry I put that in the air.
It wouldn't make a difference if you killed us.
Couldn't.
We've never
Anyway.
bitten anyone who's alive.
if you kill her, her coven dies.
That would mean you owe.
Yes.
Can she be redeemed? Can she be saved?
You're starting to sound like Petrov.
That's a no.
I saw the horrors she wrought. She razed this town to the ground.
Such a shame.
Well, if we were to confront her, you think we would die. Correct? How do we beat her?
Allies.
Like yourselves?
The only way to do it would be to distract her. Fight her. And while you are fighting her, let the fight last long enough that the second party can destroy her tomb. Then there will be no place for her to regenerate.
Well, then that
Fighting
is what
them.
I propose we do.
Fighting a vampire in its lair is no small feat.
We should seek our fortunes and the town's fortunes elsewhere.
And achieve what? Exactly, Melchizedek.
A little bit of security and comfort. Quality of life.
I'm not a mercenary, Melchizedek. You have earned my respect over these past few 10 days, and I do admire you. Your sound mind, your good judgment. But you have no interest, it would seem, beyond your own personal comfort
In
and
fighting
well-being.
vampires? No.
And I can appreciate.
There is another option. Take the key. Far away. Never return to Sanguim.
And leave it as is? Status quo?
The choice is yours.
This is Ered's hometown. We have to save it.
Thank you, Eugene.
We
Some
can help
things are beyond
from
saving.
afar.
What I'm hearing is we need to be smart about this. Direct confrontation, sure. What happens, Lightbringer Ord, if we destroy this woman's coffin while she's away?
Then there's still the small matter of fighting her.
Okay. Okay.
You see
How does
there?
one...
He points
No.
out the window, out the back of the warehouse, which is open to the elements, right? It's how Melchizedek got in the first time. He's pointing towards the twisted crags.
An Arcana storm destroyed that range of mountains. Not many people know, but it originated there.
And he points, his finger shifts to the jagged spire piercing into the sky.
She may be trapped, but I don't think she's unaware.
How does one destroy a vampire?
Death will work as long as there's no
Kinda.
place to regenerate.
Mention that. Weaknesses. This is powerful person.
I don't
See.
know her weaknesses. I am a vampire, yes, but not by choice.
I notice you have a lot of silver about your person.
Precisely.
I
Clearly you've some idea of your weaknesses. And DM, forgive me, that's sort of metaing. Should I roll to see if I know that vampires are
Well,
That natural one right here.
you would know.
Hell yeah, I'm a
you-
genius
you-
vampire slayer.
You've been in
We
Sanguim
all
for a
came up
while.
and, like,
There, vampires.
And you know that the shields of Hakkan have ceremonial silver-tipped spears because they're good for fighting vampires. So this is relatively common knowledge in the town. It's spread frequently by shields of Hakkan drunkards in bars when they're boasting about their kills.
And obviously, you don't eat garlic.
I don't eat anything, but I remember that garlic is quite delicious.
Oh, well,
And
I
what
suppose
of
not all the
shield?
legends are true.
Obviously, they don't know.
They know enough to fear silver, or know it's useful against them.
Fear silver.
Do you know?
Silver's useful. We resist damage that is not magical. The use of silver overcomes that.
Why do you wield it then? Are you afraid of your brethren? Forgive me. The mayor's forces?
Amongst others. These were the weapons we used to fight the Sanguimancer the first time.
Will you help us?
If there is a plan.
We need time, clearly. You can tell we're not all aligned. Looks over at Melchizedek.
Take the time you need. Be careful with the mayor.
What do you think we should do there? Should we meet with him? Or avoid him?
If you avoid him, he will know something is amiss.
I was gonna ask about what we found there.
Then I suggest the person who talk should be good at lying.
Or maybe we just leave whatever we found behind.
I would not leave it unattended.
Oh, I wouldn't leave it unattended. I just say we would leave it behind.
Keep in mind, you only have half the key. There is another half.
Where?
Never mind. Yeah. Where?
Same place the mayor found the sword.
So the mayor has it.
This is the last piece
Must
he
be
needs.
in the mayoral residence.
I would
Maybe in the
presume
crypt
so.
below.
But that is one of those things he no longer tells me. I ask that, if you do choose to fight the mayor, at some point, treat him with respect.
Would we fight him or before we fight him?
At all times.
Okay.
It's probably not-
Well, because if we fight him, I mean, I just don't understand really how to do a respectful firebolt. That's all I'm saying. Or no, I just don't understand. If you could be a little more clear, like,
You bow
what
first.
exactly you think we should do or
Forget
not
I
do.
asked.
Okay, sorry.
Look, Eredh, I know this is your town. But it seems there is an uneasy peace at present. To my mind, the worst thing we could do is disturb it. What, would you ask the shields to fight the Lightbringers and the mayor? Cause war in the streets?
They would all die.
Which ones?
Everyone,
shield,
probably.
obviously.
But the shields, most likely.
And the people.
Casualties of war. Exactly what we swore to avoid.
What, they would just randomly kill people in their homes?
No, but
As I understand it, the way that vampires reinforce their troops is by turning people into more vampires. So,
So-
yes, I would not be
each one of them volunteered. Like
Is
I
that
said,
right? During the purge?
Petrov is not a bad man. Only shields of Hakkan were targeted. And they were only ones who volunteered.
Let's talk numbers. Lightbringer Ord, how many of the troops of Lightbringers are there?
30
Compared to...
or so.
And 5, is that including you all?
No.
And then how many of Shields of Hakkan are there?
Several thousand.
You see, Melchizedek, this can't be won. This can't be changed.
If you tell the shields of Hakkan that they are vampires, what do you think they will do?
Laugh at us.
Perhaps
If you tell Shields of Hakkan that they're vampires, what do you think they will do?
they would kill us.
No.
But do you think for a second they will stop when the Lightbringers are dead?
Yes.
Anyone who does magic, anyone who's not like them, will be dragged from their homes.
We're talking about vampires. You're talking about them going all crazy and bloodlust clouding all judgment.
I meant the shields.
I am talking about the shields. Lydia is a good person.
If you say so.
Lydia has done right by us. And has proven her commitment
To me.
to the well-being of the city.
I'm not so sure myself. I do remember Lydia to be a stern and strong woman, but
I
I
have
don't
been a
know.
soldier, but I am no lover of warfare.
the way they're treating those refugees
Before I
outside
was a soldier, I was a civilian.
Aye.
And I know what it is like to lose one's living. The people here, yes, they need a leader, but mostly they need bread in their pockets, new clothes, and work they can be proud of. This is something we can do. And we will
Yeah.
profit by it. And so will they.
I feel like you're talking about the mine.
The mine is the gateway to a lot of good that could be done.
And you think that the mayor, who's in the pocket of the Mayorels, is just gonna stand by and watch us do this? Do you?
Sometimes people are driven to desperate things. By not having anywhere else to turn.
You're trying to convince me that the person who enabled all of this gonna sit back and not only allow, but support a change that usurps the Myrel's control and restores power to the people.
I am trying to
That is
convince
precisely what they didn't want.
you that you are on the path to war.
And maybe that's what's needed.
Sometimes what is needed is options.
DM, let me know if I need to roll a history check. But Eredh would like to begin referencing the old war.
Which one? The first
Humans and elves.
in the
and
first
the
or the
uprising.
second?
The second one, I believe.
Okay.
I'm gonna reference it.
We did a history check, last time. So there is information that you have on it that's been shared, that you know, and that has been shared.
Oh, I rolled a 5 though, so maybe
Your party shared it though. You can use it. That's fine. If you want to use the first war, then I'll need another history check.
Melchizedek. Do you remember or know the history of the suppression of magic? Oh, hold on, am I muted?
Nope.
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
This is an Eastern tale.
It's one that's
Beyond
also
the
taught in the
mountains.
schools.
My people have always practiced magic, although not quite so liberally as it seems to be in this part of the world.
Well, as the story goes, as I was taught, there was a caste system. Those who could cast and those who could not. And amongst those who were suppressed was a man named Cassus the Butcher. We had a rebellion called the Red Dawn. And in that rebellion, mages in Velitria had their throats slit by the skull. Innocent or guilty alike. Didn't matter. Such was the hatred burning within his heart. The reason I bring this up is because we see before us an injustice. We know it to be true. And we see it. The foot of the Myrel family and these vampires is on the throat of my kin and kinsfolk. We don't get it off at our way. Well, could see the return of another Cassus. What would that mean for the broader realm? Knowing as we do the consequences of the second war.
Journeys of 1,000 miles all begin with but a single step. Before we start marching into war, I think we need to start conquering what's manageable in front of us. Assaulting the mayor seems almost as... I agree we have to take him down, but perhaps the mines will give us an avenue to some gold, perhaps. That will help us purchase some men. It'll take more than 4 or 5, 15 heroes to accomplish what we're talking about, fellas.
You're
And
muted,
then what?
Eugene.
Oh no, I think you might have muted him. I hear him.
No, I heard him.
Never mind. I silenced because I was getting static. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I noticed my thing was lighting up occasionally. I'm not sure what's.
Yeah, you were hot micing for a second.
Listen,
Oh,
I don't wish to belabor this point. And if you're not with me, you're not with me. I can continue to travel with you. If we're all in agreement that something needs to be done. And if we're working towards that end. But if y'all agree or think that the status quo is good enough, well, this might be where we part ways. This is now.
I'm not suggesting that we abandon this town to its fate. Far from it. I would simply see other steps taken before we try to arrange a change in leadership.
Put it this way, Eredh. Yes, we can take the action now of attacking the mayor, and yes, we 5 of us are strong. 5 of us? We 4 of us are
Lightbringer.
strong.
Fits for Mikkel.
But what will happen afterwards? The city could be worse off without the vacuum and leadership.
No, put Dorian in charge. Or
What
Sodanis.
If the Hakkans disagree? Or what happens this? What happens that?
You
Well,
know
then-
them better than I, but it seems to me there are not 2 people we could find who would be more unwilling to take on the mantle of leadership.
Those are the best leaders in my experience.
I think we should put the old lady in charge. She's got a good head about her.
Hildi?
Hildi.
Hildi couldn't remember you 5 minutes past meeting you. Mikhail.
Reluctant leadership is one thing, but people who have no wish to oversee the affairs of others, that is something else entirely.
Well, luckily that ain't your decision to make.
No, it's not. I simply wish to see some gold in the people's pockets. And of course in my own.
Maybe ambushing the mayor right now is not the correct play. But though, truly pains me to even mention that. But the truth of the matter is this. Tomorrow is coming. And we will be summoned before the mayor. And we have got to give some account of what happened. We fail to convince him that nothing was discovered. We have a fight on our hands, regardless of whether or not we wanted one. Tell me I'm wrong about that.
I have a question. How dangerous would the Journal of Hakkan be in the hands of the mayor?
Actually had a question about that. Not about that explicitly, but I wanted to look at the journal and the book that we purchased from Hildi. I don't know though.
How came you by the Journal of Hakkan?
Oh, not the journal. Or I'm sorry.
No, it was a journal.
The one we bought from Hildi was more of a set of musings of Hakkan.
That
After.
later. You.
Damn it, Mikhail, you spilled the beans.
You have this journal?
It was in the cave.
May I see it?
It's all right,
What are you
Mikhail.
going to do with it?
Let him see it. It's fine.
This was a dear friend of yours, was it not?
It was.
Then, as a sign of our goodwill,
Eugene, if you can hear him, to catch you up, Mikhail spilled the beans that we have Arcan's journal, and they have asked for it, and we're in the process of giving it to them, unless you'd like to interject.
Sorry, yeah, just getting back here. No, sure. Alright, let's do it.
He reaches out his hand. See, as you hold the journal towards him, his hand is trembling a little bit. And he takes it and looks at it. And just places his hand on top of it.
I will remember this kindness. The choice is yours.
It occurs to me, Lightbringer Ord, when he looks at the rest of his party before saying the rest. Would you like to hang on to the other half of the key? I reckon it might be a lot more difficult to wrest it from your cold, dead hands than our cold, dead hands.
with respect, it seems to me that the best course of action is that no one know where it is.
But we know.
If
And we're
you
going to see the
choose
mayor.
to keep it, know that it will paint a target on you. The mayor may give me an order to retrieve it from you. Of course, I will not. But the other Lightbringers, they don't answer to me. They were not alive when the Sanguimancer waged her bloody war. They saw the power of being a vampire, and they took it, not knowing the terrible burden that it is. If you wish, I will take the key. And I will leave.
You will leave Sanguim.
For a time. While you gather strength, build forces, do whatever it is you have to do.
While we kill the mayor.
And before you can, you would either have to find where his tomb is, and you will never do that, or you would tell me, I will return with the key, and together we will assault the Sanguimancer's tower.
It seems like it would draw attention to you if you were to disappear for a time. I don't want to raise suspicion and expose you in any kind of way.
Suspicion won't matter. I have no loose ends. Whatever family I had died many years ago. If I disappear, maybe the mayor will know something is amiss.
Lightbringer Ord. Did the mayor ever take do something with the young human man and elven woman from the town that you can remember?
There are no elven lightbringers. They're all human.
Did they purge him?
Anyone who was purged became a lightbringer. And only shields of Hakkan were purged. I do not know who you seek. But if they don't match that criteria, then I don't know who they are.
That's fine. Never mind.
But Eredh, I hope you find who you seek.
I appreciate that. Well, shit, fellas. I guess we need to skip town. Suppose you're happy, Melchizedek.
I wasn't going to mention this, but now that it's come up. The journal was in the hands of the mage that the Mayoral sent to investigate the cavern. They know. And that is why we have to find them.
Then I suggest, if you're going after them, give me the piece. The 5 of us will leave Sanguim, as will you. But we will remain in contact.
It's either them or our other friend.
If you are speaking of Dorian, he is on the watch.
Can you get him off the watch?
Not anymore.
Before we leave, we need to tell him. So he knows.
That can be done.
Alright. Let's give him the piece. Tell Dorian what's what. Get out of there. Get out of here and deal with these Mariel motherfuckers.
He takes the piece and looks at it.
Such a little thing.
Don't betray our trust.
I have no intention of doing so. Come.
He turns to the remaining Lightbringers with him.
Iona will join us after she tells Dorian.
Before you go,
He turns. You can see now there's moonlight shining through the opening at the back of the warehouse. The clouds seem to have cleared, and it stopped raining.
is there anything you can do to help us? You know what we face. Hint, hint, make me a vampire.
Do you actually say that?
No. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't think about this. Hold on.
You hypocrite!
Are we gonna forever travel at night now? I don't have night
No,
vision.
he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
No, you
It
just
was
gotta
a
wear an
good one.
umbrella.
Yeah. Just like what's her face?
I don't know. Umbrella
I do
lady.
not. Meet with the mayor. You may now be honest. You do not have anything that he wishes. You see a small sliver of mist as it coalesces beside him, and Iona appears as well. Well, it's been a long time since I've gone on a journey. We go north.
Don't tell us any more than that. Just let us know when we need to meet. Oh, we have. Hold on, Eugene. Pass me the bag, Eugene. Pass me the bag, Eugene.
Okay, here.
Eredh digs in it. Finds one of the 2 sending stones. We have 2,
there's
right?
There's only one sending stone.
Oh shit. Yeah, so. Oh shit.
If that's
It's
what I
just
think
one.
it is, and Ilan steps forward. Got it covered.
Yeah? Alright. Hold on. Yeah? Alright then.
We look forward to hearing from you.
And Sam, you all be well and avoid getting a tan. Alright?
Generally good advice for those of us who are the way we are. Now come, I detest
What
goodbyes.
you can.
As with you. Small clouds of mist haze out the moonlight for a moment as they dance across the water's surface, leaving small ripples, and then out over the mountains. And that's where we'll call tonight's session.
Just like
Alright.
So cool.
Can't help but feel we've made a terrible mistake.
I know.
no.
I literally was like, we shouldn't talk to them. They're terrible. And then it's like, oh, maybe
They're
they're
the, are we the baddies?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I take the story and I flip it on its head. It's
cool.
a twist.
No, I love it. I love it.
So a little bit more serious this session, but I hope it was still fun and enjoyable and revealing.
Oh yeah, good story.
Yeah. Very satisfying to get all that juicy info.
Yeah.
Well, I figured it's high time we stop wandering around in the dark.
Yeah.
No, this is very good. It's good to get.
That journal wouldn't have been, super useful to us.
Which journal?
Hakkan's journal.
of Hakkan.
And you gave him the last reminder of a dear friend. I'm going to change your alignment to good soon if you're not careful.
Well,
Wait. Who's not good? Melchizedek?
I don't mandate alignment.
You don't know.
I don't necessarily play with
I do
alignment.
now, Melchizedek.
I actually don't know what his alignment is. I know that
Those
he's a
villagers,
mercenary.
man. I want to save myself. I don't care about Sanguim. Fuck all the peasants. I just want my
Mel's
gold.
just a big old softy.
Okay,
He
I
wants
know
money, but he
what
wants to keep
Melchizedek is.
it. Mel's a revolutionary in
believes
the
in
making.
common prosperity, all right?
Yeah. It's a revolutionary in the making.
That's a
Rising
lawful
tide
evil if I've ever
will
heard it. Yeah. It was great. That was fun, man. I loved all of that.
Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We hope you had fun. And we hope above all
We are rock
that
and
you have a good
roll.
night.